1996, no? Marami nang lumabas na mga bagong studies. Handling practices that may endanger the safety of packaged products. So, yun din yung sinasabi nating handling practices, how the consumers handle the product, no? So, dapat properly, there must be a proper instructions on the label. Kaya nga, very powerful ang packaging. All the necessary information you can add, you can put on the label or you can declare on the label. To naman, hindi masyadong lahat ng accountability on the side of the producer. So, naandun, kahit nga sa Japan, pag tinignan mo, magluluto lang ng noodles, step by step nakalagay. Buksan, ganito, and ganyan. So, after you open the product, paano ba siya i-handle? No? Are the packaging materials for food and beverage safe? Sabi ko, yes. Yes na yes. No? Provided, may certification of safety. Ibig sabihin, magpa-test kayo sa amin. Joke lang. Hindi, kaya nga tinatanong namin kung sino, because we can no longer handle. So, kaya tinatanong ko, sino yung mga testing laboratory dito na present. So, it might be a good, they can already initiate an investment to do this one, because when you export to Europe and US, it's getting more strict now on the safety when it comes to packaging-related contaminants. Product package compatibility test, migration test. Use according to purpose of application. So, if you are filling yung mga nakikita nating fit and right, yung mga C2, these are designed for hot filling purposes, no? Hindi siya yung PET na ginagamit for water. So, pag nakita mong nagkameron na-deform ang PET bottle, ibig sabihin, hindi siya compatible sa product mo. Meron kaming isang client sa Zamboanga nga, ginamit niya yung PET intended for water sa mango juice, no? Akala daw niya may tumama ng bomba dun sa tindahan niya kasi sumabog talaga siya. Sumabog as in malaking. Akala niya daw bomba na. And declared product shelf life. So, when we test the shelf life, it's not only the content that we are testing. We are testing the whole package. There were cases that ang nauuna talaga nasisira is the packaging. Mas nagkakameron ng problema kaysa dun sa content, lalo na if you're using metal cans, no? If you export to US, they also check certain percentage of corrosion. So yung corrosion, hindi lang internal corrosion as well as the external corrosion. Products stored and handled according to safety standard. Important, ito yung sinasabi ko, pag tinignan mo nagkameron ng deformation yung PET bottle, ibig sabihin, it's not intended, it's not compatible to the purpose. The prevention of contamination of food by the packaging intended to protect it is the object of constant research and much official regulation. So I would like to introduce to you some of the results that we got from our project because we initiated a project on packaging-related contaminants. By the way, the head of our testing section here and the project leader of this project is here, si Josie. So if you have a specific or detailed question, I believe that she can answer it fully, no? In 1999, if you can recall, we had a problem on Philippine tuna because of the badge. During that time, the Philippines has no capability to test for badge. So, wala tayong ganun. Sabi nga ni Dr. Tejada, it must be based on scientific evidence. Hindi pwedeng based on testimonial. So, wala tayong ganung study. So, many consumers also called our office regarding issues on plastic bottles and gallons, no, with regard to safety. So, we initiated, these issues are critical to consumer safety, international trade, and currently there is no institution in the country that conducts studies on the safety of packaging materials in direct contact with food products and beverages. So, our division, we are just only focused on packaging-related matters when it comes to testing. So when it comes to lead, these are readily available to many laboratories, so we are not doing that already. We are doing specific tests for specific contaminants. So this is we started developing our capacity, so we build up our capacity, our facility on that. So through our JICA project, we're able to build our capacity, some analytical instruments. We also invested on our people, on our manpower. We sent our people in PIRA in UK, no? So we invested a lot on methods development. So kailangan pumunta pa sila doon sa UK and sa Japan. It's also one way of developing our linkages. Kasi kung may international disputes, kailangan may mga kakampi ka. Hindi pwedeng mag-isa ka lang. Yun nga yung sinasabing dapat mag-develop ka ng mga alliances. So when we send our people abroad, kailangan merong isa ka sa Europe, meron ka sa Japan. Ang hindi pa lang namin ma-establish sa US. So in the event that there will be, sana naman wala na, magmeron ng problem, ibig sabihin the test method that we develop will be supported by UK. Because doon naman talaga dinala yung mga tao namin to be trained. No? Pinakamahirap po talaga yung methods and procedure development for specific contaminants. So pinapunta namin sa UK to develop the methods and procedure for BPA and for other specific contaminants. And also in Japan. Sa US na lang yung hindi pa namin magawa. Oops. These are some of the methods that we have, migration tests. Of course, I cannot present to you some of the results because some of the packaging materials also failed when we compare it with the specific standard. Develop monitoring scheme for the presence of acetaldehyde in bottled drinking water based on Headspace GCMS. Develop methods for the determination of BPA, which hopefully we can already provide to the industry siguro before the year end. We can already provide service because if you bring your product to abroad, sa laboratory, it might cost you about 70,000 per test, Siguro sa amin, it might be siguro around 10,000 pesos per test for BPA. Kasi ang mahal ho dito yung standard. Migration testing has been conducted to different types of packaging materials. Some conforms to allowable limit, pero meron din talaga nagpe-fail, HDP and PET for juices, sauces, and condiments. We tested packaging materials, PET for drinking water, plastic containers for pickles and jams, and packaging materials for confectionaries. We already conducted preliminary assessment, on cellophane and Japanese paper. Papel de hapon actually yung Japanese paper yung tawag natin, For pulburon kasi ginagamit siya, So siguro yung sa pulburon baka may melamine, may melamine na meron pang contaminants from packaging. Kasi yung lahat ng matataas yung fat content, most of the contaminants are highly soluble on fat. Hindi sila soluble in water, but mostly those products that are high in fat. Paano ho tanggalin yan? Yan. Ito yung example, If you try to check, when you open, kasi yung mga sardines, tinatapon nyo na yung container, Hindi na ini-evaluate yung lata. Pero actually, some that we have tested, pag may nakita kang ganito, may possible talaga na contamination. So, possible baka merong tin, dissolution, possible na merong lead, or ganun. So, we cannot still release the result because it must be conclusive, So you have to check talaga. So currently we'll be implementing the phase 2 of the project for the photo initiators. Ito yung sa mga inks, And of course, the contaminants from paper and paperboard. Ito yung mga ginagamit for pizza, Nagpapatest na rin sila yung mga yung mga pizza, yung mga paper towel na ginagamit natin. So parang dinidrain mo yung fat na nga siya, is soluble nga sa fat. So we have to check whether the paper towel is really safe for food contact. So I think that's all about for more information, you can visit us, This is our address. I think that's the final slide for this presentation. So thank you very much. I hope that you learned something about packaging.
We request Ms. Daisy Tanya-Franca to remain on stage as I call Mr. Henry Palaca to present our token of appreciation. And after that, may I request you to come over the other side of the stage. We now proceed to our Q&A portion. Nais po natin kausapin si Ms. Daisy Tanya-Franca. Kaya ihanda niyo na po ninyong question ninyo. or inputs, inquiries? Any question from the floor? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Ma'am Daisy. May meeting tayo sa September 2 sa NCO. Hindi, biro lang. Yung Codex NCOTC meeting sa September 2. Anyway, I'm with the meat sector, meat industry. I'm not with we regulate the meat industry. Thank you very much, really. It's a very broad presentation, and most of the things that you presented this morning would benefit across the industries, no, not only meat. My big question is packaging already regulated on its own? Do we have, kasi we do include it in our regulations, but it's always either on the end point, just part of labeling, and the particulars will not be found in the regulation itself. So I'm just thinking, when you have this, I think about 10 to the last slide, you were talking about regulation, but I have not come across of any particular regulation that specifically tackles the issue of packaging, the requirements. And then you made mention that your division gives technical assistance and provides the testing service, no? But do you also regulate? Does the OST regulate it?
No, it's not under the mandate of the UST. We are not a regulatory government institutions. We only do scientific research. So yung result po namin dito actually will be forwarded to DOH for them to formulate formulation. So with regard to mga regulation and certain standards, currently we are working with BPS. So it's with DTI, the Bureau of Product Standards. Currently we are updating some of the standards on packaging, but like any other dito sa atin, we still follow codex for regulations and other international institutions. So sa DUST, we are not mandated to regulate. We just do research and we do testing.
Some more questions from the floor? Yes, sir.
Yes, good morning, ma'am. I would like to ask, this is in relation to metal packaging. We have discussed yung types of lacquers, the contaminants. How about the lids or the metal closures? For example, Dole and Del Monte is manufacturing their own lids, no? On the lids, they have the sealing compound. Sealing compound attached to the lid. Takip po, meron siyang sealing compound. What possible potential chemical contaminants is present on this compound? Basically, if you will check on how they process the compound, it's basically petroleum-based. To dissolve you need a petroleum-based solvent. Now, ano po yung contaminant? Kasi this is exposed to the product itself when it is being returned or goes to the pasteurization process. Ano pong type na chemical contaminant would there be?
Yung lead po ba na sinasabi niyo, ito yung actually the
Lead itself.
the metal
po.
cap, yung takip.
That is being steamed on the...
Yes.
Tapos yung takip na yun, meron siyang sealing compound naka-attach dun sa which is exposed to the product itself. Ano pong type of potential chemical contaminant?
Depende po dun sa type ng coating na ginamit ng, kunyari, ng Del Monte. We have to check. There are many types of coatings that can be used for metal cans. Pero for pineapple, I think, they're using plain tin cans.
Hindi po, meron pa silang coating. Meron silang rubber coating doon sa lids. If you will examine the lid, meron silang coating doon sa lid nila. I have audited their canning plant. And I've been asking them kung safe yun. Kasi I went to the processing of this compound and they are using petroleum base. Kasi hindi madidissolve yung compound, yung solid, kung hindi siya gagagamit ng petroleum based solvent just to mix it and para maging adhesive siya. Nakatouch po
Siguro,
sa niya.
what we can do is we will just check kung ano po yung ginamit nila because there are many coatings that can possibly. In fact, I have a table here which I can give you the mga list of possible coatings that are being used and possible contaminants that will come from those types of coatings. Kasi at present, I cannot say what would be the possible migrants until we know the composition of the coatings that they're using.
Okay.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
I would like to, kasi during the hazard analysis, I would like to establish kung ano yung talagang potential. Where this use, wherein the processing of this compound will become a critical control point that would affect the product because this is exposed to the product during pasteurization.
It's correct, sir. It's correct. But I believe that if the metal cans is intended for retort processing, all the coatings that they will be using must can withstand that kind of temperature. But currently, I cannot say what the compound or migrant unless we know the formulation of the coatings that they're using, kung it's a phenolic type or epoxy type of coating. Kasi normally,
I think it's an epoxy type.
kasi kung
cannot-
epoxy type, it must be BPA kung epoxy or budge. And normally, nakikita mo din
I don't
agad
know,
yung kung epoxy type kasi
Wala-
nandun yung BPA.
Wala kasi meron ba rin kung taga Del Monte sa manufacturing or Dol manufacturing guy sa lata nila. I don't know kasi it
I
could be
think they
one or
are manufacturing their
either
own
the other.
cans.
Could be phenolic or epoxy,
Kasi kung
epoxy
epoxy type, ang ano lang ho dyan is BPA and
Kasi pag
budge.
tinanggal mo siya, it's strawberry na eh. Kapag natuyo.
Kung yun talaga, paski sa mga metal cup sa bottles, yung gasket na ginagamit natin, yung foaming
Okay.
agent or epoxy type, so ang tinetest din talaga din yung mga BPA.
BPA. Okay, thank you.
Okay, any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Kasi we're thinking of bottling fried whole peanuts. So, tatanong ko lang po, what's the best packaging for that? Since sabi niyo po, soluble yung mga contaminants in fats.
There are many oil-resistant type of packaging. Ang ano niyo po is roasted,
Fried po.
fried peanuts.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yung mga currently na pwede mong gamitin dito is mga PP base. We can check on that. Pwede rin siya sa PE or with aluminum foil, certain structural, depende dun sa shelf life na gusto mo. These are the possible materials that you can use for peanuts.
For peanuts.
Polypropylene. Yes.
Yung follow-up po, kasi we're into catering din po, and we use yung Cambro na brand. What type of plastic and that, and gaano po siya ka-safe in transporting the food?
Alin po ang ginagamit?
Cambro. Yung brand na Cambro na lalagyan na ng food.
Siguro we can check on that. Kasi currently, kahit pag tinignan mo siya, we cannot really identify. Siguro if you have samples, then we can easily identify or we can use certain tests to identify kung ano yung packaging. Pero ang pinaka-importante yung first test na pwede mong gawin, yung product compatibility test, is to have that kind of packaging subjected to migration test. So the migration test can give you result if the packaging is compatible to water-based product, to oil-based product, to acidic medium, and to alcohol-based product. So, pwede siya.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Are there some more questions? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Haz from Makati, Shangri-La. Just a question po kasi we just received this email recently from consumer group, no? They're saying that their DEHA can actually migrate through cling film, the wrapping that's usually used in catering and in the hotel industry. So may truth po ba dito sa news na to, or are we really at risk of DEHA?
It's really a good question. I think I forgot to mention it, that yung mga cling wrap na ginagamit nyo are really yung mga saran. Saran is a brand name, no? These are PVC based product. So, pwede mo siyang gamitin as lead material, no? Depending on siguro kung paano manufacture, tsaka yung purity din. But the cling wrap cannot be used for cooking. So, kung naka-lead siya sa container mo, and then they will heat it inside a microwave or a conventional oven, this cannot be used for that because the vinyl chloride might migrate to the food. Pero kung i-cover mo lang siya, use as covering, then it's not possible to have migration. Oo.
Thank you po.
Some more? Okay, if there are no more questions, let's give another round of applause to Ms. Daisy Tanya Franca. Thank you so much po, ma'am. If you need to freshen up to go to the washroom, we will be having a 15-minute break.